iPhone releases have become kind of the norm nowadays. We seem to have one every couple of months. In this video, we're going to be talking about the iPhone 13 Pro Max, the latest and greatest available from Apple, what's different between it and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, what are some of its pros and cons, who should buy this phone, and what is our final recommendation. Basically, all the things that a potential buyer needs to know is coming right up in this video, so let's get started. So for starters, one of the biggest differences between the 13 Pro Max and the 12 Pro Max is going to be the screen. Even though the resolution and size are exactly the same as last year's, you have a 6.7-inch OLED panel with a resolution of 1284 by 2778. The 13 Pro Max brings the inclusion, the introduction of the 120 Hertz Pro Motion for some super buttery smooth scrolling. Now, this is one of those things I think the majority of average consumers are going to notice right off the bat, especially if you're coming from an older iPhone that only has a 60 Hertz refresh rate on the screen. It instantly makes the phone feel a lot snappier, smoother, and faster, and it gives that added incentive for people looking to purchase the Pro version of these iPhones because it's the only one that's going to come with the Pro Motion. You're also getting a smaller notch up front, about 20% smaller than last year's, and the 13 Pro Max is also a bit bigger and heavier. It comes in at about 240 grams versus the 12 that was about 228. Otherwise, both phones are pretty much identical when it comes to design wise. Now, you're also getting a bump in the overall battery performance. Apple's claiming that the battery life of this one is about 20% more than the 12 Pro was. I found that doing daily things like streaming videos on YouTube, going to social media, my emails, text messages, and phone calls, I was able to get about 10 hours of screen on time, which is not bad at all. So if you look at it as a whole, the 13 Pro Max is actually delivering some really cool things for potential buyers. You're getting a faster, more fluid experience with the addition of Pro Motion. You're getting a smaller notch up front, which equals more screen real estate. You're getting an extended battery life, which is about 20% more than the 12 Pro. It can't all be good, right? Nope, which leads us into the cons of this phone.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You're still not getting a charger in the box, but I think most people are used to that by now. If you're looking to get an additional charger, you're going to have to shell out some cash for that. And unfortunately, it supports somewhat fast charging, but not industry-leading fast charging. The maximum charging speed on this is about 20 watts, and you're looking at some of the other chargers out on the market, like a Samsung charger that can do about 45 watts. So if you're looking for some super speedy charging of your iPhone after that 10-hour window of your battery has passed, you're kind of out of luck. Personally, I was able to clock that it took me about 2 hours to get the phone back to fully charged after significantly depleting it, significantly being at about 10%. I was able to get it back to about 100% in about 2 hours. Now keep in mind that you do still have the MagSafe charging option that charges at about 15 watts. With that charging power, you're going to add about 45 minutes to your overall charging time, and there still isn't any USB Type-C connection support on these. So for people clamoring for the USB Type-C to be added to the iPhone to bring it more in line with other Apple products on the market, I'm looking at you, iPad, it's not there. Now let's sandwich some of that bad with some really good. And one of the biggest pros of the iPhone 13 Pro Max is going to be those Pro cameras. They've gotten an upgrade from last year as well. The sensors in these cameras have gotten bigger, with the wide camera now being able to capture about 2.2 times more light at night for both photos and videos, and the ultra wide camera getting up to about 92% more light, which of course lends to the iPhone 13 Pro Max being able to capture some real scene accurate low light pictures. Even though the daytime pictures look pretty much the same as they did on the 12 Pro Max, at night is really when the 13 Pro Max shines. You're going to get a lot less noise in the pictures and just more of a realistic tonal look to everything that you're shooting when the situation is, shall we say, lacking sufficient lighting. And also, one of the cool things is with the new cameras, you're also getting a new cinematic mode that gives you the ability to record some really cool cinematic shots with your camera and just kind of rack in on the focus. It looks pretty awesome, and it's another addition to these amazing cameras. So who's this phone for? Who's the perfect buyer for the iPhone 13 Pro Max? In my opinion, it's going to be someone looking again for the latest and greatest iPhone that's on the market. This is definitely going to be it. Now, it's not necessarily for the buyer who already has an iPhone 12 Pro Max and is satisfied with everything that phone can do. Even though you are getting an upgrade with the additional Pro Motion and the larger sensors in the cameras, I don't see enough here to recommend an iPhone 12 Pro user to rush right out and purchase this unless you're a content creator of some kind or the cameras just mean that much to you. Then it may warrant an upgrade. But if you're somebody that is coming from an older version of an iPhone, like an iPhone 11 or iPhone 12, and you're looking for the top of the market, look no further. This one is definitely it, and it may warrant an upgrade, especially if you're looking for a phone that you don't really have to worry about upgrading for the next couple of years. This one is definitely going to be the phone for you, which makes my recommendation kind of weird because, you know, you have the improvements of the A15 Bionic chip thrown in with the improvements of the camera, thrown in with the improvements of the screen. My recommendation for the iPhone 13 Pro Max, ironically, is still a wait and see. It's not a rush out and buy. Even though the screen is improved, even though there is some really great upgrades to this phone, there are no generational changes here that would make me say rush out and purchase it immediately. I would recommend holding off and see what Apple kind of has in store for us for their next batch of iPhones, the iPhone 14, which is slated to be more of a redesign and more of a generational upgrade than this one was. You probably won't be waiting for too long anyway, and if all else fails, you might just get this one at a discount if you wait and see what they're coming out with next. So again, my recommendation is to hold off, see what's coming up next, and then make a proper buying decision. Anyway, guys, I would love to know what you think. Is the iPhone 13 Pro Max the phone for you, or are you going to hold off and see what Apple has in store for the 14 and then make a proper buying decision? Comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because it helps out the channel a ton. And make sure to check out some of the other videos we have up on the channel. You might like those as well. And as always, guys, make sure to stay safe out there. And I hope this video has provided some support and value to your day and your decision making. Until next time, peace out.